Hi, I'm Kate. Welcome to Blooms in the Yard. And you're going to see a big smile on my face because I just went plant shopping. I hope you can hear me. The gas company's working in the front of the house. I really have been so good this year because I've been so busy trying to save all the plants in my side garden that I have barely bought anything. Today I needed to go purchase some plants for a project I'm working on. I'm helping someone from my church with their Airbnb. So this project, they've got property. We're obviously not doing a big extensive thing. They need something low maintenance because they can't be there every day watering things or even once a week. Anyway, I'm helping them come up with a landscape design that will be hopefully super low maintenance and things that will do well with drought and heat and all of that stuff. I went to buy some things today and got distracted and bought myself some things. So there's a little bit of everything here, some stuff for me, some stuff for them. But the reason that I wanted to share is because once I got this into the back of my van, I just thought, what a perfect example of how foliage variety really makes a garden. So 2 of the things I bought are blooming, and the rest is all just interesting variety of foliage. So I'm going to show you what I got and kind of what I'm planning on using it for. This is Silene. Never heard of this before in my life. So this was just like a random, I have to try that. I did Google it. I made sure that it didn't want moist soil. So it said dry to medium soil. I'm like, okay, I can do that. It said full sun. And I Googled, will rabbits eat it? And it said that some varieties are listed as rabbit resistant, but in general, it's not thought of as something that rabbits would prefer. So fingers crossed that they won't get it. I was obviously super drawn to the interesting foliage as well as the cute little pinkish purple flowers. This one's almost spent. So I went to 2 box stores today in a row. I got this at the first, and then the second store I went to had it, but it was more compact and hadn't gone crazy yet. So if I had gone to that place first, I might have gotten it. Although, since it wasn't blooming, I might not have gotten it. I might not have been tempted to. Anyway, this is fun to try. Something new. Clifford Moor Silene. It was $10 for this. Hardy to negative 30 degrees. So it doesn't have the zone listed, but it says hardy to negative 30, 12 to 18 inches tall and wide. So I don't know. I've never heard of it before. Have you guys? This is a new one for me. And I generally like to buy things that I see in other people's yards because I'm okay, I know that lives here. I know that even people that aren't crazy about gardening can keep it alive. So I probably can keep it alive. This I haven't really seen, but I did decide to take a chance and try something new. So that's for me. This is also for me. It is just like a woodland phlox. So a phlox that will do well in a part sun situation. And you guys have probably seen this before. Oh, look, the bee's coming to visit it already. So this will go in my back garden somewhere where I have some sun and some shade. But it's one of those things I've been seeing around town and I'm why do I not have that in my garden? So when I saw it, I decided to get it. It was $6.98 for this. Although when he rung it up, he's $4. So I don't know, but I think it was $4 because that's what the guy said. I didn't really look at the receipt after the fact. Okay. So this Airbnb that I'm working on, I'm doing a lot of natives, a lot of ground covers. Basically, we're wanting something that looks decent that will kind of keep the weeds away as much as possible. So almost everything for that project is just coming from my own garden. I'm just taking things from the side garden, a lot of ground covers like big root geranium and some sedum ground cover, some red penstemon. But I wanted to include some evergreens in their landscape. And so those are something I can't really divide very easily from what I have. So I did get this blue star juniper, which will get bigger, but we're starting small. This is a low budget project. I don't want to cause them to have to spend a lot. So this was $22.98 for the blue star juniper. This sea green juniper, which will get quite large. Okay, these poor phlox keep falling over. Was $12.98. Normally it was on sale for $8.98. All of Home Depot's 1 gallon shrubs were on sale for $8.98. So I was like, that's a no-brainer. They're all kind of smushed together, so it looks better on top than it does on the sides. But this will get quite large. I think they get about 4 feet tall and 8 feet wide, and I've got a really big one in front of my electric box in front. So I actually, as I was leaving, I was like, I should have got a couple more of those for that price and to have some nice evergreens around their place, but I ended up just getting the one. Then for me, I got this variegated, I almost wanted to call it Solomon's seal. It's not. It's Jacob's ladder. I have a Jacob's ladder that I really like that's all green. Beautiful foliage, beautiful flowers, and this is really special. So I just wanted to put a bright spot somewhere, and I think I know where I might put it. So really pretty. It is Golden Feathers Jacob's Ladder, and it was $12. Then I got 5 of these Sunsparkler Sedum Sunsparkler Cherry Tart. So these aren't very red. I'm hoping that they get more red in the summer because I'm really wanting like ground covers that have different foliage interests. So red and like some golden oregano with some chartreuse and some green, like a carpet of different colors. It's kind of what I'm going for. So I got 5 of these Sunsparkler Cherry Tart Sedum. Lastly, I got this sand cherry, this purple leafed sand cherry for my east side when the work finishes. Hopefully that is coming soon. I have a couple of things that I want to put in that side garden, and I can't do that until the work is done. So we'll see. I don't know what condition the dirt will be in and everything. So I did get the sand cherry for me. After it was too late, I realized, and I'm trying to avoid this. I think there's 2 in there. I'm not sure though. Maybe it's just one that has branched, but I suspect it's probably 2. So I guess the only way for me to know is to pull it out and see. But I want one for my east side. I can always use the second one somewhere else if it does end up being 2. But I just am in love with this foliage, and the one I have out front makes me super happy. So I decided to buy another one. I'm going to get, let's see, 3 of the things. I'm going to get the Jacob's Ladder, the Phlox, and the Silene in the ground somewhere today. So what's happening in this area here is that this is one of the boxwoods that was hit the worst by our extreme temperatures, hot and cold both. And I trimmed it up a week or 2 ago, and then it actually got worse, I think, after I trimmed it. I didn't have much hope for it anyway. If I was patient enough, maybe it would come back. I'm not that patient. I just don't love it that much. This was from the like mystery plants from the free plant haul at a house that was being demoed. I knew it was a hosta. I was hoping it was something interesting. It's just plain green hostas, so I'm not getting rid of it, but I'm not going to keep it right here. I'm not sure what I'm going to put here, but I'm going to take out the stuff I don't want, and then like I don't want to put that variegated Jacob's Ladder right next to the variegated vinca, so I'm not going to put that here. So I guess that leaves the Woodland Phlox to go right here. I don't know, I'm trying to decide if I should leave that as hostas or not. I mean, I'm always needing just plain green, right? Because I have so much chartreuse and variegated. Maybe I will just leave the hosta. I'm leaving the stalk here to help me remember is some Joe Pye weeds, a little Joe Pye that I moved from the east side garden. Just trying to decide if I should move this Japanese painted fern right here. This is in a weird spot. This is probably moving. This kind of blocks off the bloodgood. It was cute when it was small, but it's getting pretty big. It just showed up here, and I might move it to the east side when that is ready to be planted in. Here's this Japanese painted fern. It's right on the edge of where I think that the construction will be. So I was going back and forth about whether or not I should move it. But really, it's getting really crowded with the Solomon seal. So I either have to, cut back that Solomon seal or move the fern. And I really love this stand of Solomon seal. I'm just loving it. So I think the fern can go. I already moved 2 ferns from this area. So I just wasn't sure what to do with this one. Let's see if I can get it out. It's growing in with the Solomon seal pretty well. Okay. Got it. A little bit left there. I can put that somewhere else. That might come back a little bit. It's okay. I think the Solomon seal should pretty much choke it out. I gotta find a spot for this cute little guy. When I moved in, my neighbor gave me a little tiny piece, and I think the 3 big ones have all come from that. Well, I can't say seeded because they're not seeds, they're spores, but they've spread around. We've got new babies, and they've also, I don't remember if I've ever divided them, but I would say they're easy to grow. So if you've been afraid of ferns, you might want to try the Japanese painted fern. It doesn't seem to dry out very quickly in my experience. I want to get this as close to the front as I can, but I still have this plastic border here. I just added the brick border, but I want to keep the plastic border just to stop anything from spreading underground. Grass the one way and vinca and creeping Ginny the other way. So I'm just going to keep that border there to kind of help with that. Okay, I think that looks good. Now, where do I want this guy? I think right there. I'm going to attempt to put this little guy here. I'm thinking Jacob's ladder likes a lot of water, so under the oak tree might be not the best. You can see there's a big root right here, so I'm a little worried that I'm going to dig right into a root. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try. We'll see exactly where the root goes. I can either go here or there. This is what happens is I buy 3 plants, not even meaning to buy any plants, and all of a sudden I'm moving 16 plants around in the garden. So this is not even a plant that I bought. This is just a little extra from that Japanese painted fern. So it's kind of rocky. We'll see if we can get it to grow here. I had to take out an evergreen here. It was mostly dead, which was kind of sad. It kind of died pretty quickly on me. It had a few little live pieces, and so I decided to get creative and make a bonsai out of it. But I replaced it with a new perennial that I ran across. It's called Silene. So here's what that evergreen spruce looked like about a month ago. I was hoping at that point that it still might make it, but it just was getting worse and worse. And so I decided it was time to take it out of the landscape. So here I am again trying to save a plant that probably just doesn't need saving. This, some sort of spruce. My friend is into bonsai, so I thought I would see if I cut everything out of this except for the new growth, what it looks like. I don't know that anything on here is worth keeping. But I figured I'd start cutting and see how it looks. What do you think? Worth trying to keep, but see, the base is funky. Well, guess I might as well try. This one's broken. Okay, I'm going to put it in a pot and see what happens. Okay, you can tell I am not a professional videographer because I didn't even think about having the propane tank in the shot the whole time. Switch, this is a little bit better view. This pot worked really well for my Japanese maple last year, so hopefully it will be good luck for this little spruce. I can't remember. I'm sure I have written down somewhere what kind of spruce this is. It's too much. Let's start with less. Wonder if I should prune the roots other than having them tangling everywhere. I'm definitely not a professional bonsai person. I put it next to my little Japanese maple nursing area. Kind of cute.